Hey, what's up guys, it's Dale for Final Concept. Now, pardon me for the voice. I was busy shouting to the Lord last Wednesday, so I have a little bit of sore throat. So because of that, I'll be increasing the volume of this video. So if it gets a little bit noisy, again, pardon me for that. Anyway, Valentine is fast approaching, so today we are going to create this wallpaper for our phone. So let's just get started. Welcome to Final Concept. Click the subscribe button and hit the bell icon so you don't miss out on any of our future videos. Alright, so let's go ahead and open up our application. For this tutorial, I'm using Adobe Photoshop CC 2019, and I'll go ahead and create a new document. I'm going to set my width and height to be 1920 by 1080, and I'll just click on this orientation for the portrait orientation and click on create. Now I'm guessing most of our phones by now are 18 by 9 or probably something as close to that as possible. So I'm going to bring up my rulers, holding down Control, I'll press R on my keyboard, and I'll just click and drag and drop this at the center like so. Then I'll go to the shapes tool and select the custom shape tool. There I'll click on this drop down arrow and I'll select the hat from here. So I'll just click and drag like so. You can hold down the shift key to prevent it from distorting. So let's zoom in. So with the background selected, I'll go to the adjustment panel and I'll click on solid color. Then I'll select a red color from here, probably not too red, something like this should be okay. Now since this is a shape, probably I should just call it heart. I'll just double click and select a white color like so. I'm going to make a duplicate of this, so Ctrl J. Now for the second one, you know what, let me change the color to black so that I can see what I'm doing. I'll bring up the move tool using V on my keyboard and I'll stretch it out like so. Something like this should be just fine. Now I want to make it seem like it is about the same size as what I have here. So something like this should be, yeah, I think it's okay. Now I'll go back to the shapes tool. If you look up here, you can see that we don't have that tool option. So I'll go to the shapes tool so that the tool options will change. Then I'll click on this rectangle over here and I'll select none for the fill, and I'll go to stroke and I'll select a solid color from here, so probably around 5 pixel, and I have to select a color for that too, so I'll select the white color. Now I'll move over to the outlines and I'll select this outline and just hit enter on my keyboard. So if I go ahead and just select a different tool, this is how the whole thing looks like at the moment. I think I am pretty comfortable with it. So let's add in our images. I got this image from Getty Images, so if you're interested, I'll just drop a link in the description below, so be sure to check it out. Now I'll actually right click and go to flip horizontal. I want the mail to be on the other side, and I'll place that on top of the hat right here. Now I can right click and go to create clipping mask, or you can just hold down the Alt key where you have this icon, just click on it. It's just going to create a clipping mask for you. So I'll place this somewhere around here. I should probably make it big so that it covers this bottom also. So I think something like this should be just fine. Now comment OK. Now I might also want to change the color because I don't like the color temperature. I'll go to the adjustment panel and I'll click on color balance and probably make it a little bit bluish. I don't know, I just like blue stuff. Okay, so I think this is cool for me. Now let's add in the text. So for the text, I'm using a font called, I actually don't know the name, but let me just type it in and I'll find it for you. So let's just place that at the center. Now this is the text or the font I'm going with, Bunch Blossom, the personal version. Now obviously I don't want this to be all caps, so I'll just make sure that it is turned off here. I should probably just type it in again. Okay, now for the top one, I'll be using the Gotham Black. Probably let's just use Gotham, and I'll change it to book version, and I'll also reduce the size, so something like this. I think I'll go with the thicker one, so Gotham Black. Then I'll highlight this and I'll change it to auto so that I have a little bit of spacing from here. I'll probably also underline this as well, just to make it look a little bit different. So basically that is the whole idea. But I don't want to just finish like that. I'm going to the shapes tool and I'll grab the ellipse tool. This time around I'll just click and drag from one side. I don't want a perfect circle, so I don't have to hold down the shift key. So something like this should be just fine. Now I'll stretch it to hit both corners like so. Now once I have that, I'll just bring it to the bottom and have it hovering around here like this. So yeah, I can pretty much select everything and push it up a little bit. So in case you want to add in some form of information, you can also do that. In my case, I'll just add in I should just forget about it. Now on top of the color fill, I'll make sure that my foreground color is set to black. Go to the adjustment panel, click on gradient, and I'll change it to radial like I always do. Scale is going to be 1000. Make sure it is reversed so that you have something like this. And if I turn it off and on, you can see that there's a little bit of vignetting over at the edges. I think it looks cool this way. You can also add in a little bit by creating a new layer. This time around, make sure that the color is set to white. Grab your brush tool by using B on your keyboard. Go to window, make sure that brushes are checked. Then over here, just go to the brush settings, click on dynamic or shape dynamics. You can increase the size jitter, and the scattering you can also increase it. Then you just brush through like this. So once you are comfortable, you can just reduce the opacity or increase it depending on how intense you want it. I want mine to be around 20%, so I'll just type it in here like so. And basically that is it. You can save this app and use it for your wallpaper on your phone.
As always, the PSD template is going to be linked below, so be sure to check it out. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to watch more of our videos, hit that subscribe button, and as always, don't forget to share with your family and friends. This is Theo from Fino Concept, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one.